Namo Phat. Thanks so much for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This wonderful sound calls us back to our true home. The fourth mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful speech and the inability to listen to others, I vow to cultivate loving speech and deep listening in order to bring joy and happiness to others and to relieve others of their suffering. Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, I am determined to speak truthfully with words that inspire self-confidence, joy, and hope. I will not spread news I do not know to be certain, and will not criticize or condemn things of which I am not sure. I will refrain from uttering words that can cause division or discord, or that can cause the family or the community to break. I'm determined to make all efforts to reconcile and resolve all conflicts, however small. For our Dharma lessons, we've been reading More Than Mindfulness, Widening the Field of Practice by the Monastics of the Thai Forest Sangha. Today we're beginning a talk by Ajahn Sundara called Nurturing the Seeds of Dhamma. This year I spent January, February, and March in Thailand. It's a country where I have previously spent a few years and where I feel a deep appreciation of the practice of the Dhamma as it's taught in the Thai forest tradition. I went on the trip not really planning anything except for the first 8 days. I went to the memorial gatherings for Lungpo Cha at Wat Dang Papong. I spent some time with a teacher who I met 18 years ago when I spent 2 years at his monastery. I went to one of his many monasteries located in a mountain area of central Thailand near Khao Yai National Park. It's a very beautiful area. Ajahn Sumedho was living in a monastery about 10-minute drive from there. I traveled to different areas, to Chiang Mai, to Chiang Rai, and I spent time in Bangkok. I knew I wanted to pay respects to my teacher, and I knew that Ajahn Gunha was a very good teacher to be with. It was an extremely pleasant period for me to reconnect with the sanity of the Buddha's teachings as offered in the forest tradition. I personally feel that it takes one back to the words of the Buddha, to the experience of the Buddha, and what he meant by the path for a monastic. I'm a monastic, so this is a particular situation in which I experience my commitment to practice. What is noticeable when you go to a Buddhist country is that you keep meeting people who are really dedicated, interested, and engaged in practicing, monastics as well as householders and lay people outside the monastery. Being in a Buddhist country, I experience being upheld in a different way from my experience of being upheld in the West. Here in the United Kingdom, you are upheld in a Western way, which is also a very powerful way. But in Thailand, what you particularly observe is an immense devotion and immense faith in the path of practice. There is a way of using the mind which is quite different to the way Westerners use their minds. There is that aspect of faith, which is a very powerful part of our mind, and devotion is another very powerful aspect of the mind. They are aspects that are below the thinking waves of our thought patterns. When you have faith and confidence in the path or the teachings, it touches the mind at a deeper level than just thinking about things. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. Namo Phat. Thanks so much for joining me today.